Hello, it's Dr. Tyler Hamel, Kingwood Chiropractor. Today going to talk about tennis elbow. So obviously we think of tennis elbow, people playing tennis or any kind of gripping sport that you could play. And sometimes you even see people who type a lot on a computer. So what happens, you have these tendons that are in here on the forearm and they come and connect into the elbow, and that can give some soreness on the outer side or the lateral side of the elbow. So usually we know this is a problem because we can do a test where we hold the arm out like this and try to get the patient to extend the wrist or extend the hand and resist that. So that's going to use a lot of the muscles in the tendons here. And if they have lateral epicondylitis or elbow pain, that's going to give them a lot of pain. So we know that by the test. So a couple things, basically what we need to do is try to break down or release the muscles and the tendons in the forearm. And also we need to do an exercise to help build it up, right? So it's a combination of breaking down and building up. You can't just break down muscles or tendons over and over and over again without strengthening. You need the rebuilding process, so remember that. So lateral epicondylitis, tennis elbow, what do we do for that? So I like using a lacrosse ball like this, and we put it right in the area, and it's gonna be sore when you do it, right? Because a lot of those tendons they're very tight, there's gonna be knots in there. So you can put this on a table, say for here. I'm going to put it down on the table here. I'm going to put the part of my forearm that's sore, or the tendons, I'm going to put it right on here, put my hand on the top here, and I'm going to push in a little bit and just go back and forth. And I'm going to feel areas in there that are really, really tight and sore. So what I'm going to do is just move that ball around to certain areas. Even if I feel a certain trigger point, I can keep my pressure there, and with my wrist, I can move it up and down to try to get more release in that area. Okay, so that's the releasing part. How often do you want to do it? You can do it a couple times a day. And then we want to talk about the strengthening part. So think about the strengthening part that we want to do for here. It's going to be on the wrist extension side to help build up these muscles here. So the only exercises I recommend at this time, especially when your elbow's really sore, is a contraction that's called eccentric contraction. So basically, we're going to put our hand in a position like this and grab it, and we're going to just slowly let our wrist go back down. Okay? Bring your hand up like this, put the weight in there, slowly, like probably 6 to 8 seconds all the way down this way. So we are not doing this exercise here because it's going to be too sore. Bring your wrist up, grab the weight, slowly let it come down there, 6 to 8 seconds. So that's really going to work out this muscle, and even in a way that's going to make it stronger than, say, contracting the other way. So eccentric contraction, that's what we're looking for these muscles here. So remember, lateral epicondylitis, tennis elbow, it's a combination of breaking it down and building it back up. So breaking it down, you can get in there, you can have somebody even work in there, or you can do it yourself, or use a lacrosse ball. Also, you can use heat and ice to try to get some circulation through that area. Ice if you really have a lot of inflammation and pain. And then you want to make sure to do the building up phase. So just use a simple dumbbell like this, not too heavy, but it's all on the eccentric side of the contraction. So bring your hand up like this, put the weight in, slowly let it back down. You are not coming up this way with the weight. Again, Dr. Tyler Hamel. Today we're talking about lateral epicondylitis or elbow pain. Tennis elbow, we'll do another video on golf elbow, but it's basically a similar thing, right? We need to break down the muscle, release it, and then build it back up again. If you have any questions about tennis elbow, what else you can do, or what other causes that might be causing it in the first place, there's certain things that you can do to maybe mitigate position if you're working on a computer, or gripping, say a tennis racket or other things like that that might be causing the chronic tension in that area. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it. There's lots of people out there with tennis elbow. You don't have to be a tennis player to have tennis elbow. So again, Dr. Tyler Hamel, thanks for watching the video.